Hello everyone, Alchemicgree here. Welcome back to Star Wars: The Old Republic. It has been quite a long time since I've made a video because there wasn't really much to do, honestly. And as you can see, my character has just been chilling, just relaxing in his bed, waiting for the next thing. This is going to be a very, very, very short video because we're doing something called Hearts and Minds. So, looks like we're just going to make sure everyone's on the same page. Because as you recall from the last video from a long time ago, we are with the Empire officially, and that did piss off a few people, but everyone else seems to be pretty loyal to me. And I did have concerns regarding people with former Republic ties. But in the meantime, before I really get into it, one thing I really want to talk about a little bit is Star Wars is going through a few changes right now. Right now, it is, when this video gets posted, it is summer of 2019. So, first of all, there is another expansion or a patch or whatever coming, so we can continue on. In September of 2019, when we start putting this stuff up, it will be Star Wars: The Old Republic Onslaught. Whether or not it's apparently a brand new expansion. That's the thing. It's an expansion. So, for me who records a brand new playlist and maybe just a whole new thing, because there's been very little actual content for people like me, the ones who just really play the main story. For everyone else, there's been so many reoccurring events, there's so many been this, that this game still has plenty to offer players, new and old. But people like me who just play the main story and don't really deal with the social aspects of it, the game, you just pick up on it once in a while. So I just came across this by pure chance. This quest could have been out for a long time, and I wouldn't have known. So that's coming out in September. It's free to all subscribers. It's coming with about 2 new planets. We're going back to Corellia, apparently, which is going to be really fun. But that's pretty much what that state is. The Sith Empire is getting ready to deal a major blow against the Jedi and the Republic. So hopefully this all goes well. I'd rather not, completely slaughter a bunch of innocent people. That's the thing about it, right? Second is what they're doing now is they're updating the free-to-play and preferred options. I'm a subscriber, so most of the stuff doesn't apply to me and it doesn't matter to me. But just to clarify the difference of the 3 types of players. There's the free-to-play players who spend just about nothing and get access to about the original storyline. I think they can play the expansions, but they have to wait a little longer than the rest of us, while preferred players are players who either used to be subscribers or have spent some degree of money in the cartel market. So if you put any amount of money into this game, you have been a preferred player. And finally, there's the subscribers that basically have access to everything, and they've paid the monthly fees. So now with Onslaught coming, they're updating a couple things. The first thing is, of course, the increased credit cap. If you're a subscriber, then there's no limit, ideally. But if you were a free-to-play, the cap has always been 200,000, while the preferred players was 350,000. Now they have grown it, and it should be around 1 million credits in total. Second, extra quick bars. I never took advantage of them, but if I were to, I could probably add some quick bars and stuff here, in the corners here, for these extra things in order to increase my ability to do things, click buttons. I could put all my major buffs on one section, everything. So if I for the really more hardcore and really more decisive people that really like having their macros set properly and precisely, this is a really good experience for everyone. Originally, free-to-play players only had access to the primary 2, which are these 2 ones here. Then preferred players got to add additional ones, which I did here. I think it was either 1 or 2. But subscribers can have everything, actually. That's the basic gist of it. Which also so instead, it's going to be basically the increasing numbers. Preferred players will have 5, will have up to 5, while extras, while free to play will get about 3. And the last one, which is a big thing when I used to be free to play. I played the entire story free to play, and when I did it, I got to tell you, the experience cap, the experience limiter, they will probably never change that because it was ridiculous. I had to not only do every possible mission I could, not including heroics or flashpoints, because back then flashpoints you couldn't solo, you needed a team. So I had to do all the missions, all the side missions, all that jazz, and grind. So there was a lot to deal with. But now but the biggest thing is if I died, I had a limited amount of medical probes that could raise me where I was. And if you ran out, you ran out. You had to get spawned back in a previous thing and run the whole gauntlet all over again, which was good for grinding when you sucked. But nowadays, subscribers don't have that problem. You could just raise whenever, which in some of my previous videos throughout my entire this entire game series, I have pushed to do something like that, where I just go a few feet forward, die, raise up, take advantage of that invulnerability and invisibility to get past something. You guys have seen me do that plenty of times. In addition to that, the concept of quick travel nowadays that was also something that required some form of consumable. But now that's going to change. It doesn't really say fully, but what's going to happen is they're going to make it a little bit more accessible, and free to play and preferred players are going to actually have a little bit more easier time. Not to the degree of subscribers. Again, this is just to try to entice you to want to subscribe. And on top it off, the biggest one is this will all come into play in the 5.10.4 patch sometime in July of 2019. So for all you know, by the time this video finally this video is happening pre-patch, but by the time I finally upload it, it might happen post-patch, depending on when I can actually upload this video. So we won't know for certain, but that's pretty much all the basic information, and hopefully that killed a lot of time, because like I said, this is a very, 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 very short video. So slow, in fact, I'm not even going to cheat and fast travel anywhere. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Ah, it's my current location. I'm still on Odessa. Well, that just, what does my mail say? Oh, it's my May the 4th prize. Cool. Okay. Well, shit. I'm not even doing that on purpose. I just really suck. Let's land this thing. It's kind of funny how after a while you almost never really use your ship. I mean, in the main story, yes, but nowadays, no. But I think, I hope with when Onslaught comes out, I think they give us like the last of the followers to fully get. That would be nice. I mean, I myself did not bother getting many of them. Hell, as you can see, these are still all the other companions I still have yet to get, but none of them were as important as my beloved Jaisa. So yeah. Go to the Alliance. And let's make sure everyone is on the same page on what the hell we're doing, right?
We seem to have everyone. Status reports. Internal security remains solid. I've caught 2 Republic spies since Ossus. Both were disguised as cargo pilots seeking work. Unfortunately, they fled before they could be caught and interrogated about their specific objectives.
Don't stop looking just because you've found a few spies. Being discovered might have been their mission all along.
Decoys to make us feel like we've won. It's certainly possible. I'll double our efforts.
My assets have brought in solid intel from all of the major battles along the front lines. I'll keep forwarding everything to Baywan for analysis.
My people are using that intel to create new write-ups for the major field commanders on both sides. Should help us predict strategic probabilities going forward. Until we get a specific request for aid, I've deployed our fleet in a defensive posture around Odessan. There's, one other matter we should discuss, now that you're aligned with the Empire again. We've accomplished a lot here. I'm proud to have worked under your command. We've made the galaxy a better place. But I'm also proud of my past. I served the Republic for years. I can't fight them, so I'm retiring. I've recommended a replacement, Commodore Pardax. Ex-Imperial, very sharp, she'll serve you well. Lana's already vetted her, and I'll stick around long enough to get her up to speed.
You've been a huge help to our alliance, Baywan. Thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you for taking a chance on me.
Nothing so dramatic occurring in our science lab. Improvements to Odessan's planetary shields have been successfully completed.
All right. Hilo.
We've had to step up security for my crews. Piracy is becoming a bigger problem on their runs. Lucky for us, you're friends with Mandalore. Now that word's spread that her people are riding along, nobody messes with our transports.
Good to hear. Anything else?
Me and the crew have been running one of the old Thranta corvettes. We're patrolling the route between here and Zakuul. It's bad over there. Some of the city spires have closed themselves off completely. Others are actually taking shots at each other. And those gangsters from the exchange? They're moving in all over the place. Nearly half the provisional government is tied to them somehow. I know they want to go their own way. But Zakuul is my home. It's home for a lot of our people. I think we should try to help.
How do you think we could help them?
The most important thing is to get the exchange out of there. The Knights are practically non-existent now. There's no law. I know it's not our place to go after them on Zakuul, so let's go after them before they get there. Give me 3 extra ships, and we'll intercept any exchange members we find headed for Zakuul. Without any muscle or bribes to back them up, they'll crumble.
Sounds like a good plan. The ships are yours, Koth.
Thank you. Gonna enjoy taking those scumbags down.
Sana Ray is touring the reconstruction efforts on Voss, so I believe we're finished.
I'd like to say a few words before we end the meeting.
Yes, Commander?
I want to thank you all for standing by me. We have survived so much, overcome so much. That was only possible because of all of you. The galaxy is as chaotic as ever, but if we stand by one another, we'll find our way through.
You can count on us. There was one final matter for you. Lord Izar, a representative of the Imperial Outreach Division, has asked to speak with you. I've loaded his frequency into your holocom.
Thought we could use a moment alone. I have to admit it's weird fighting against the Republic. Probably should have seen a day like this coming. Somehow I just never did. I get it. They've never once had your back over the years. Suresh brought out the worst in them. Even so, I need to know you're in this to win a war, not to crush my old home into dust.
We do only what's needed to win. I want security and prosperity for the Empire, not the total destruction of the Republic.
Then we're on the same page. I'm glad we could talk. I'll catch you later.
You're on me now.
Okay, well that was an inspiring speech, I will admit. Ooh, I love some of the stuff that's on the wall. I got some old Sith and Jedi artifacts. This is ooh, old-fashioned weaponry, some crystals. Not bad, not bad. Pretty inspiring speech. But yeah, depending on where it goes, the only reason I even aligned with the Empire was, well, Sith. If I was playing a Jedi or a Republic character, I'd be on the Republic. Within reason, I could see a smuggler going to the Empire if they were more like a pirate. The same way I could see a maybe even like a bounty hunter that's more in for them, whatever pays the most, or a like an Imperial agent that decided to break off and defect to the Republic. I could see that happening. It really depends, but all in all, I think that was really good. And I do feel bad that the guy's retiring, but I don't hold it against him. It makes sense, and I would honestly expect many of the Republic-aligned people to want to leave my alliance. So it goes without saying, especially since I don't have the Eternal Throne anymore. I don't have a major superpower. I have to be my own superpower, my own, thanks to alignments with the Empire. But let's see what this guy wants.
Greetings, Commander. So good of you to contact me.
How can I help you exactly?
I serve within the Imperial Outreach Division. Specifically, I seek out opportunities to inspire greatness among our noble frontline soldiers. Darth Krovos is giving a speech to our forces gathered at Viken Space Dock in preparation for their deployment. This could be an opportunity to say a few words of your own. Your actions have made you a living legend, after all. Certainty of victory inspires confidence. Hearing that you are out there fighting the same fight they are will undoubtedly instill that confidence in our troops.
I'd be glad to speak to the Empire's soldiers.
Splendid. We shall await your arrival with bated breath. Safe travels.
NRO2, did you set up this speech to the troops on Viken Space Dock?
No, but Lord Izar is correct in his assessment. This is an excellent opportunity to inspire confidence in the Empire's troops. Inspired troops are capable of fighting at capacities near 83% above baseline. Speak well, and victory will follow.
Alright. Guess I'm heading back to the spaceport. You know, which also reminds me, where the hell do I get on my ship from here? Because they just land me here. I've always just teleported to my ship. I never needed to do anything. Alliance cams, markets. I guess I'll join here.
You're not dead.
Let's see, we're going to the military.
Admiral Ago's doing the best he can. But with our limited resources, things are tough.
Grand Moff Kilran would never have stood for such unprofessionalism.
There we go. I know I'm kind of just milking as much time as possible, but seriously, I need to, I don't want to spend, like, you know, less than 20 minutes on this video if I can help it. Because it's not like I can really do anything here. What do I have here? I just have, like, the old Yeah, I skipped over that so hard because, well, honestly, the Dreadmasters thing, it was a good idea, but it would just... It didn't particularly help in terms of being a solo content thing, so I never really got a chance to do it. It's good to see this place is never empty. God damn. Okay.
Attention! Travel to Corellia is strictly banned by Imperial Edict until the Zakuul outbreak has been contained.
Perfect timing, Commander. Darth Krovos is just finishing up. Follow me.
I can sense the strength in each and every one of you. The passion for victory, and the power to achieve it. At the muzzles of your blasters, at the points of your blades, our ancient enemies shall finally be destroyed. For the Empire! We meet again. Zasha and her family send their regards. With your alliance fighting alongside the Empire, victory is within our grasp.
Congratulations on joining the Dark Council.
Thank you. I hope to serve our Empire as ably as you have. They're all yours.
We are setting out to fight the same war we've fought many times before. But the outcome will be different. Because we are different. Like the most powerful predators, the Empire has grown, evolved, learned. We are not the same Empire our enemies faced in the past. No longer do we ignore the strength of those who aren't human or Sith. No longer do we ignore the wisdom of those without the Force. The Empire held itself back before, but no longer. Now, the Republic will face the true strength of the Empire. Now, they will face you!
To your ships!
An interesting speech, Commander. I'm not sure.
I am quite sure. It was a powerful speech, one all the Empire should have heard.
I appreciate your time, Commander. I look forward to working with you again someday soon.
You effectively whipped up their fervor for victory, Commander. Excellent work.
And I guess that was it.
All citizens are required to seek out signs of genetic mutation due to Zakuul plague exposure, and neutralize the afflicted as necessary.
Guess I'll just return to my ship. Return to my ship. Fly to Odessin and just chill there until my next video. So yeah, I think that was a very powerful speech. I did agree to a degree. I do agree with Malgus's original talk. I do agree with Malgus's concept, his rhetoric on the Empire should not just be a pure and single-minded entity regarding power. Power comes in a lot of places, and you should focus on having that power. Focusing with the Kaleesh and the Trandoshans really helped, including many Mandalorians, instead of just using them as attack dogs. So we're just gonna head back to Odessin. So I believe that the Empire should actually adapt, get more powerful, or rather it has adapted, but now it just has to endure and survive the adaptation. So I'm just going to go back and chill on this bed until basically September of 2019. So we're going to see what happens. So thank you so much for watching. Share, subscribe, let me know what you think. Leave comments below, and I will see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.